Happy Wednesday. Welcome back. Welcome forward. Badass business babes. How are you this week? So happy to be live with you. Just made myself a cup of tea. If you are hopping on live, please say hi. If you are watching the replay, drop a hashtag replay. If you are watching this on YouTube, feel free to say hi in the comments. Let me know that you're watching. Hello. If you're just hopping on live, say hi in the chat. Hi, Lucy. Happy Wednesday. How are you? It's funny. Usually I come on, and if you have questions, as always, feel free to drop them in the chat, in the comments. Actually, there was a question in the group this week, so I'm just going to pull it up so I can talk to that, because I was just thinking what was happening in my business this week. How are you, Lucy? Okay, let's see. Okay. So I had this question in the group, and it's posted in the group. So if you are in the Badass Business Babes group, which probably if you're seeing this, you are, but if you happen to be watching this on YouTube and you're not, get in the group. But this is a question that was posted in the group. So you are all more than welcome to drop your feedback as well. But the question was this: how do you plan your social media content? How do you define what needs to be posted? And where do you find ideas? I've been writing occasional blogs based on what comes to mind, and then define categories for myself to narrow down the niche, but it's still mostly long posts and just writing when my mind is free. I looked at y'all's posts, and it's inspiring to read good content. I also noticed that not all of them are long posts. Please share your experience and tips. P.S. Not looking to hire someone. Love writing. I want to do it myself. So the first thing, I know I've mentioned it before, but if you haven't yet grabbed the PDF download, every member in the group, every new member is welcome to check out. There's a free PDF called A Million Ways to Market, and it's based on the idea that everybody has their own unique way of sharing their message and putting their perspective, their content, their ideas out into the world that is unique to them, that builds on their strengths, that connects to their audience and reflects their business in a way that is sustainable. Because I think really looking at what works for you is what's going to create sustainability for the long run. Then some of the things that I shared, because I did respond to this post about what I do. So I have a system in place that I learned from one of my business coaches. I always say start with content pillars. Start thinking about the ideas that are most important to you and your business and what you share with your clients, that your clients most want and need to hear. And think about it like in marketing, they call them content pillars. So think about it like a stool. What are the legs that hold up the stool of your business, of what you teach, of what you deliver to your clients that they, again, most need and want to hear? So think about what are those buckets, those content pillars, those legs of the stool that are most important. And they can be sort of big buckets like empowerment or inspiration, or they can be more specific like tech, specific tech support, or depending on, what your business is, it can be very specific like strategies and things like that you might want to share. So think about what it is that you want to be talking about. The system that I learned from my business coach was to create one long post to start with, and then break that down into a short post. If you have a call to action, you can put that in each of the posts, or focus on like one selling post for the week. Have an engagement post, And I usually do a quote or inspiration, or she calls it like have a wild card, something that's just something else that doesn't maybe follow. So a long post, a short post that you can kind of pull out of the long post, an engagement post that's usually a question or something that people can engage with. And they don't all have to be specifically about your business. It can be like I shared a couple of weeks ago that I was published in a book 6 years ago, and it was the anniversary of being published and becoming #1 best-selling author, part of this compilation book. And the engaging question for that week could have been, was not, but would have been a great question. Do you prefer Kindle, like ebook, or print book, which by itself is just sort of a random question. So, but something that's easy for people to answer and engage with you and your content. It can also give you really great information about your audience and what they like, what their preferences are, what their needs are, and how you can better serve them. Most posts, you can put a call to action at the end, tie it in with whatever you're talking about. And then, hi, Vivian. You can add a call to action at the end. You don't have to have a call to action. You can change the call to action. Basically, it's what step can they take, or what is the aim of that piece of content that for them to move forward to working with you. So it may be join my Facebook group. It may be send me a message. It may be comment below, whatever it is that you want them to do with that post. We're talking, Vivian, about creating content for marketing. So just going through some tips in response to mix in info about myself. Can you guys hear me okay? If you're on live and watching, can you let me know? It says my internet connection is unstable. So just let me know if you guys are hearing me okay. I did not check which Wi-Fi I was connected to. And then the other piece of her question was like, how do you get ideas? How do you think of what to share? Oh, it's a bit spotty. Let's see if there's anything I can do. I'm on the right Wi-Fi. Let me just try one thing real quick. Let's see if that helps. And let's see if I didn't lose you guys. 1 second. Technical. Is that any better? Let me know. Okay, hopefully that'll help. Okay, so the second piece of the question was about getting ideas for content and what to share. So the first one is those content pillars that I mentioned. The second is thinking about your personal, yes, thank you. Thanks, Lucy. Thanks, Vivian. The second place for ideas is thinking about the lessons that you've learned. Like, how did you get to know the things? What were the struggles that you maybe had, or the experiences that you've had? How did you get to where you are, the knowledge that you have, and sharing those stories. And the third is the newest, which is playing with ChatGPT. So you can go into ChatGPT and ask for pretty much anything, but you can ask for what are 50 post ideas for Facebook on the topic of business or health and wellness or relationship, like whatever the topic is, whatever it is that is your business, you can just go in, ask for content ideas. You can even ask ChatGPT to write short form or long form posts for you if you're not a writer. I know Sarah said she likes to write, but maybe if you're not big on writing, I know not everyone is. Make sure you still edit it. You still want it to sound like you, but that, excuse me, but that can get you a lot of the way there. So you can, and there's some videos, if I can find one, I'll share it in the group. There's some videos about how you can then take that information from ChatGPT, put it into a CSV file, and then put it into Canva and like bulk create graphics using going from ChatGPT right into Canva. So some cool tricks, some cool things coming out, but it's really important. You still want to make sure that your voice is coming across with that. Do you guys have any questions about that? Is that helpful? Does that give you guys some direction? Is that something that you struggle with as well? If you're watching and you're not Sarah and it wasn't your question, would love to know. So the Canva info, I'll have to see if I can find that video and share it to the group. The PDF is in the welcome post, and I'll put the link here. And if I'll send it to you, Lucy, as well, so that you have it. And yeah, I hope it helps you. I'd love to hear if it helps. If you have more questions after you check it out. Let me just see. I think I'll just pop it in here now. I think that's the link. Let's see if that'll work. And yeah, would love to hear how that goes for you. And I'm just, yeah, that's the link. So you can check that out. And yeah, cool. Canva. So the Canva info is so if you are new to Canva, if you're familiar with Canva, I forget what I'm saying, but if you're new to Canva, and even if you've been using Canva for a while, there is in the Facebook group under guides, there's a masterclass, Canva 101 masterclass, that goes through from the very beginnings of getting started with Canva to some branding things, some cool just design basics. So that can be really helpful if you're newer to Canva or not super confident about your design skills. That can really help. I love creating graphic designs. It's a big part of what I did when I was working in other people's businesses and helping them with their online businesses. So I love creating graphics. I'm actually in the process of teaching myself Illustrator now, which is like next level graphic design. But it's important also to not spend too much time on things that aren't going to move your business forward. So Canva is wonderful. It's an amazing tool, but you also want to make sure that you keep it in perspective and use it efficiently. So I will definitely find that video. The Canva masterclass is in the Facebook group, in the Badass Business Babes Facebook group. At the top of the group, you'll see like sort of a menu across the top, and it says guides. And under there, there's a Canva 101 masterclass. And I'll tag you after this as well so that you know where to find it. It's about an hour. I move through things pretty quickly, but everybody who participated said that they loved it. It was really, really step by step, very comprehensive, really helped them. I know people who went from never having used Canva ever before, who really wanted to and were very intimidated by it, to using it, creating graphics, loving it, created her first graphic in the masterclass and has not stopped since. So I'm pretty excited to share that. It's why it's in the group, because I think it's a really great resource. And they've just added AI and new stuff, but the basics are the same and very much still there. So and if you check it out and you have questions, you can always bring them to another Wednesday Live. Any other questions before we shift gears to our cards for the day? My internet connection is unstable. What a day. I think there's a storm coming. Okay. So I have a card for the group. The deck that we have today is the Rose Oracle. Look at how beautiful this is. And it's by Rebecca Campbell. I'm like, can you guys see like a woman in the middle, like with her arms upraised? I'm like, is that, I know that her images have like layered, but I just feel like there's like a woman like, oh, like dancing so free. And the card that I pulled for the group, so if you're watching the replay, this is for you. And if you would like a card for yourself, please let me know in the chat. So this is the Wild Rose card. And at the bottom it says, do it your way, embrace your uniqueness, untamed. I'm freezing a lot. That is unfortunate. Vivian says, but I would love, okay. Hopefully I'm recording this also to my Zoom. So if the Facebook recording is not good, hopefully the Zoom recording would be. Okay. So the wild rose, do it your way, embrace your uniqueness, untamed. I was just talking about this earlier. I love when it's like exactly on time, not today in this live, but in a conversation earlier in the day about being different is a good thing. And embracing your uniqueness. So let's say thank you. If someone says that what you're doing isn't normal, say naturally. The wild rose knows that no one rose is the same as another. She doesn't try to bloom in a neat row according to a schedule. She doesn't open and close according to who walks by. She trusts her timing and she blooms with wild abandon. She's resilient. She knows who she is. Vivian and Lucy, I got you. I'll get you guys a card. The wild rose knows her true unique nature and wants you to remember yours too. She knows that what makes you wild makes you free, that it's what keeps us contained that is causing us harm, that our diverse and unique nature is what is needed now more than ever. This card comes with an invitation to do what would make you feel most free, to trust in the very thing that makes you stand out, to realize that you were never meant to fit in. You were never meant to grow in a perfect cultivated way. You were never meant to bloom in unison with someone else. You were never meant to be captivated or controlled. Nature is full of diversity. It's imperative to its survival, and it is to ours too. So why be who you came? So be who you came here to be. Express what you came here to express. Sing the song that you came here to sing. Together, the wild ones will be the ones who set us all free. I free myself. There's a rose transmission. I free myself of what keeps me captive. I allow the unique wildness within me to be free. I love this card so much because this is sort of at the heart of what I teach and how I coach, is the end, why I started teaching when I was like teaching preschool and got into education, because just imagine how different the world would be if every person when they were young was really encouraged to and acknowledged for their unique talents and their unique gifts, and really encouraged to pursue them and empowered to know that they can create their life however they would like based on that. And so I feel the same way with entrepreneurship. It's such an opportunity to embrace your unique gifts, your unique message, what you have to contribute to the world, and do it in your own unique way and bring your brilliance to it. So I love that card. I'm all about that. The sun. So Vivian, this one's for you. The sun. I feel like this is, you get like the joy cards and the like joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, and play. Vivian, I feel like you're doing something right over there. Okay. In summer, when the sun is at its highest path in the sky, the rose is at its fullest. Her fragrance is sweet and the fruit is still to come. In this oracle, the sun represents life force, energy, vitality, confidence, success, positivity, delight, and the sheer joy of life. After it's left the fertile darkness of the soil, the future rose begins reaching towards the light of the sun, which then plays its part in nourishing the rose as it reaches for its potential bloom. And it does this for us too. One of life's greatest blessings is to feel the warmth of the sun on our face, to drink in the golden nectar of what life has for us, and to take a moment to bask in being alive. This is your invitation to relish your aliveness, to embrace your joyfulness, to enjoy the simple things in life, to make time to play, to be grateful for your body, to acknowledge the wondrous life force energy that's woven through all of life, to remember that your soul had a dream and your life is it. This is a wondrous card that heralds a time of playfulness, enjoyment, and bliss. The sun can also represent the inner child and be an invitation to have some fun. Have you been all work and no play lately? Is your inner child longing to run free? What can you do to enjoy the simple things in life? When we allow ourselves the space to play, problems that were once unsolvable find solutions. How can you enjoy your life more? What can you do just for fun? So, part of what I've been leaning into in my business, thinking about not just goals of outcomes, but goals of, says my internet connection's unstable again, goals of how you want to get there, how you want the journey and the process to be. And I think that's where sustainability comes in. And especially as an entrepreneur, like if you're going to be working for yourself, if you're going to be creating your own business, if you're going to be putting in all of this work, you want to be enjoying it, the journey, not just the outcome, because if you're not enjoying the journey, how are you going to enjoy the outcome? And so I've just been really leaning into that in my business and enjoying the process. I hope that was not too choppy. All right. Thank you, ladies, for joining me live today. Again, if anybody's watching the replay, feel free to drop a hashtag replay. Let me know. If you have any questions about business, about your business for the week ahead, feel free to drop them in the group or shoot me a message. There is a thread in the featured posts in the group where you can drop it there, or just post in the group is totally fine. Welcome your guys' feedback on the questions, that your input and ideas and perspective. And I love having you here with me on Wednesdays. So thank you for joining me. And if I can contribute to you in your business, if you need any resources, I am here. Let's chat. Sending you big hugs, lots of love, and I will see you guys next Wednesday. Take care.